What's poppin', internet? Welcome to another episode of the Synced Up Filmcast, a show where we talk to you about we reel you into Harry Potter movies.
There you go.
I'm one of your hosts, Timmy the Duro, and joining me this week is your boy Mickle Clur.
Hello, sir. You had a 50% shot
Of
every
what?
week and not mess it up.
Oh yeah,
You either
So,
do or you don't.
I do.
How do you feel about that logic?
Wait, look at my phone.
Why we
Warbling? Oh, okay. Cause
You got a bad phone?
my phone case wasn't on all the
Oh,
way. Okay, cool. We were
What'd
warbling.
you say? Wibbling and wobbling?
We were warbling.
Warbling. Is that warped and wobbled?
I guess.
Okay.
Today he's wasting the kettle. Today we're gonna talk about a lot of news somehow.
Really?
Yeah. And
That
then,
never happens.
I know it never happens, but we got 2 weeks worth of news because we did the 100th
weeks.
episode extravaganza. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
That was fun.
We're gonna rank, review the Half-Blood Prince and Deadly Hallows Part 1. It gets stoked for
Twice
that.
as much.
I know. I'm really
Double.
excited. Also to
Double
just
up.
be able to start Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yes,
Stoked
sir.
for that as well. Do I
Chance
start it
did
right after
submit
this?
a review, by the way.
Did he?
I'll pull it up.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't have time to put it in the doc.
Yeah, you got it.
I
You
put
got
the
it.
last
I
minute
got
ones
it.
in there. Anyway, so let's get into housekeeping before we get into the show. This is, of course, the Synced Up Filmcast. If you enjoy this here Synced Up Filmcast, a show where we reel you into different movie franchises and talk to you about the news and the things we've been watching, all that. You should support us on Patreon at patreon.com/syncedup, where for $1 you can get access to our
$1.
lovely Discord where we talk about things. Spencer's in there talking about VRV and anime and Whisper the Heart and whatnot. You know how it goes. Or for $5 you can get access to both the shows that we do.
Post-show.
And many more.
Shows.
And many more goodies, all from youtube.com/synceduppodcast and podcasting services around the globe. New episodes of this show specifically go up in all those feeds Tuesdays, 7 a.m. Central Time Zone. Gang, you can also write into the show to synceduppod@gmail.com with any questions, comments, concerns, or games, and we will read those on the show.
Most definitely.
You should also consider dropping a follow on Twitter at synceduppod to keep up to date with all of our content from across the board. A piece of that board is, of course, the social platform TikTok. At synceduppod on TikTok. That's our TikTok page over there. You should go drop a follow. You should go click the YouTube link in the bio. You should favorite some of the vids. You should share some of the vids, like some of the vids, comment on some of the vids. Get us a little bit of that engagement, that click-through rate, all that stuff to get us higher up on the recommendations there. We got some clips over there. Even if you've already watched these pods, maybe you were a little distracted. You didn't get to see that clip, and it wasn't as funny for you because you were washing the dishes or whatever you were doing while you listen or watch this podcast. So go over there to the TikTok and get some curated clips from
They're
us
pretty good
over here, and they are very nice. I do enjoy them. Shout out to Chance Rainer for putting in that work. Gotta love the boy. Now let's get into Half-Blood Prince. Let me bring up Half-Blood
Harry
Prince.
Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
Harry Potter.
Potter.
All right, the film Half-Blood Prince going in to the plot.
6th movie.
Yep, this is the 6th Harry Potter movie. We're going in deep on these. I'm very much enjoying my time. So here we go. Half-Blood Prince. Ollivander gets kidnapped. Right at the front, which was kind of wild. They murder some Muggles by destroying the bridge or whatever. There's some little terrorist attacks. You know how it goes. Bellatrix, they're trying to look for Snape. Because they're trying to. They think he's like a spy on the inside, a mole inside the Order of the Phoenix or whatever to get in there. He makes an unbreakable vow to protect Draco and fulfill his task of killing
Albus
Dumbledore if Draco should fail. Harry Potter accompanies Albus Dumbledore to prevent. He's getting with Horace Slughorn, the professor. He's trying to figure out what's going on in his mind.
Befriend him.
Yep.
Because Slughorn knows something in the past that would help them right now.
Yep, and he needs to figure out what Slughorn had and said to Tom Riddle back in the day to figure out what they could do to fight him and how he's coming back. Diagon Alley, of course, you get the joke shop, which is cool. I love the joke shop.
Yeah, it's a very cool thing, and it's interesting when you get the shot of like the shop in contrast to everything else in the alley.
Then they sneak and they find Draco and Narcissa, and they're in Nocturne Alley. They're talking to some Death Eaters. They're talking to a werewolf in Borgin and Burke's. They believe that Draco's now a Death Eater, yada, yada, yada. He uses invisibility cloak to spy on Malfoy, but on the way out the train, Malfoy figures out he's in it and then kicks his ass in the face. Like, petrifies him and then just stomps on him, which is kind of wild. And then he finds a used textbook, the Half-Blood Prince potions textbook. He becomes a master at potions, completes the test to get the Liquid Luck potion or whatever, so he can drink it whenever he wants. And then Ron makes the Gryffindor team. Love that. Harry consoles Hermione while acknowledging his own feelings for Ginny Weasley, of course, when Harry's got that new girlfriend when Ron's got that new girlfriend who's like all over him, like, my Ronnie Pooh. You know how it goes.
Ron Pon.
My Ron Pon. He spends the Christmas holidays with the Weasleys. His suspicions about Draco are dismissed by the Order, but Arthur Weasley reveals that the Malfoys may be interested in a vanishing cabinet at Borgin and Burke's. Ooh, vanishing cabinet. Fun fact: the vanishing cabinet that Harry Potter is in the second movie is the same vanishing cabinet.
I didn't realize he was in the vanishing cabinet.
Yeah, fun fact. I don't know if that's part of the things in the movies, but it's in the books.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if that's like, maybe it's a detail if you're looking hard enough, but you know where he hides to hide from like Malfoy and his father or whatever when he's in Nocturne Alley because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, cool stuff. Dumbledore asks Harry to retrieve Slughorn's memory of a young Voldemort. Slughorn has resisted, giving an accurate memory. Ron takes a love potion that was targeted for Harry. Of course, you get that little thing there. Slughorn gives this one's funny when Slughorn gives them liquor. They're all just drinking.
Like, it's been a rough night.
Yeah. That was intended as a gift to Dumbledore, but Ron gets poisoned. Harry saves Ron. Then they figured out, people were just trying to kill Dumbledore in these sly little ways. But of course, we know is Draco in the gang. Ron remembers Hermione's name, causing. Oh, I didn't know her name was Lavender. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they say it in the movie a couple times.
Anyway, that's a nice name. She's crazy though.
Oh yeah,
she's a little crazy. That ends their relationship. Harry confronts Draco about the poisoned meat and also a cursed necklace that nearly killed Katie Bell. Duel erupts. Oh yeah, you get Sectum Sempra. The half-blood princess.
Oh, the first time he uses it, on Malfoy.
And Malfoy starts bleeding everywhere, which is like, oh shit, and he doesn't even realize what's going on. He just called that. You can't just be yelling out spells you don't know what they do.
He just read it in a book. Was like,
that could have been a make you more powerful spell. You know? He's just causing it out. The curse severely injures Malfoy, and he's only saved by Snape's timely arrival and the reversal of the curse. Fearing the book contained dark magic, Ginny persuades Harry to hide it in the room of requirement, and then they get a little smooch in. Like, oh, you can also hide this in the room of requirement.
We can hide this up here. You're like, damn, Ginny smooth with it, because Harry is not.
Yeah, no, not at all. Harry uses liquid luck to try to convince Slughorn to surrender the memory. They all get drunk with Hagrid. They're hanging out, getting drunk. Then he finds out about the Horcruxes, magical objects containing pieces of wizard soul for immortality. Dumbledore surmises Voldemort divided his soul into 6 Horcruxes, 2 of which have been destroyed. I thought it was 7.
I thought it was 7 as well. Now, this might be, my guess is that it is 7, and for some reason we think it's 6 right now because of the story. Yeah. And there's maybe a 7th one later.
Well, because Voldemort himself says perhaps 7 in the memory or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
but we're led to believe it's 6?
I guess.
Okay. I honestly didn't remember hearing it was 6 in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was 7.
Yeah, I thought it was 7 the whole time. Anyway, they travel to a cave where Harry aids Dumbledore in drinking the potion that hides another Horcrux, the Slytherin's locket. Dumbledore defends them from Inferi and apparates them back to Hogwarts. Crazy scene, by the way.
Oh, Dumbledore pops off, bro.
Yeah, and then him being like, no more. And Harry's like, you gotta drink this shit, dude. It's pretty wild. They get back to Hogwarts. Bellatrix, Greyback, and other Death Eaters enter through the vanishing cabinet into the room of requirement that Draco has secretly connected to the one in Nocturne Alley. As Harry hides, Draco appears and disarms the headmaster, revealing Voldemort chose him to kill Dumbledore. Draco hesitates. Snape comes up. Vada Kedavra's Dumbledore. The Death Eaters escape. Snape reveals to Harry, after disarming him, that he is the Half-Blood Prince from the book. Hogwarts students and staff mourn Dumbledore's death. Harry tells Ron and Hermione that the locket is fake and contains a message from R.A.B., who stole the real Horcrux to destroy it. Harry, Ron, and Hermione agree to forego their final Hogwarts year to hunt for the remaining Horcruxes. I didn't realize that was a plot point.
Huh?
Them like, oh, we're not going to go to school next year because we're going to find these Horcruxes.
Yeah. I will say this movie is really Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Part 1.
And then the next 2 movies are Part 2 and Part 3.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah,
I feel like it's more of like the ending trilogy.
Yeah.
Than
go ahead and bring up that ringing, babe. Get it popping.
Like at this point, we've clearly separated from the school part of Hogwarts.
Yeah,
we're not that interested in classes.
Yeah, so of course the list is currently Chamber of Secrets at 5, Sorcerer's Stone at 4, Goblet of Fire at 3, Prisoner of Azkaban at 2, and Order of the Phoenix at 1. I think I'm ready to rank this here 1.
I think I'm ready as well.
All right, 3, 2, 1, 4. Okay.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. Half-Blood Prince.
Half-Blood Prince. So my reasoning is because Order of the Phoenix, while we're still getting Order of the Phoenix gets into the seriousness of like Voldemort's here. Yeah. What do we do? How do we defend ourselves? But you get the Avengers stuff going on with all the homies working together. Yep. You don't get that in this one.
You get a cool bus.
The bus. The bus?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about in Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like you don't get everybody working together in this one.
Yeah. Half-Blood Prince is kind of more chillax, more back at the school, more not crazy shit going on. Goblet of Fire, tournament arc. Can't beat it, in my opinion.
Prisoner of Azkaban, I think is one of the better ones.
Yep. And then Order of the Phoenix, just banked.
It's not a bad movie. It was good. I enjoyed it. But I think let's read what Chance has to say.
Oh yeah, Chance wrote. Did he
he
write
has
in
some
about
points.
both?
Yeah, he did. So for Half-Blood Prince, this is what Chance says. The tone of this movie felt a little off for me compared to the books and what is happening in the world outside of Hogwarts. This is probably the hardest book to translate to a movie, and I don't think they do a great job, but it's serviceable. The reveals in this movie are shocking and great, especially if you have no knowledge going in.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with him.
Yeah.
Like the everything that happens with Snape is good.
Yeah.
Like you're questioning Snape this whole movie.
Yeah, if this was a fresh view with no spoilers, I think we'd probably rank Half-Blood Prince a lot higher.
Watching Dumbledore die is always going to be a powerful scene.
Yeah. I think because we've watched him decently and know the plot that it doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah, like you know he's going to die at the end of this movie. But a lot of the scenes do go very hard. And I think the last 30 minutes of this movie make it great. Yeah. When they go after the Horcrux, Harry and Dumbledore do. Mm-hmm. That's an amazing scene. And really any scene with Dumbledore.
Yeah, I agree.
Is great.
Tell me how Deathly Hallows Part 1 got a 77 on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
It's not amazing.
Pretty good, though.
It's not Infinity War.
Half-Blood Prince got 84.
It is a lot of setup.
Yeah, none of these are Infinity War.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's way more setup and less, like...
Yeah.
Nothing crazy really happens for our characters. They go through some stuff. Yep. You get some sad stuff happening in that movie, but it's not like... Yep. Oh, my God.
So that's... Oh, gotta sneeze. Oh, God.
Let it go.
It's got...
I'll stay quiet.
Okay,
You sure?
Oh, fuck.
You
okay.
feel...
Anyway, let's get in.
Gross.
To, of course, the next one. You can go ahead and give us a 1, babe. The next film going to be Deathly Hallows Part 1. Give us the one. The camera.
The camera.
Yeah. And we're gonna get into the plot of Deathly Hallows Part 1, so we can go ahead and rank that. Nice placement of Half-Blood Prince. Malfoy Manor. Severus Snape meet with Lord Voldemort. You get the evil gang meeting, right? They're trying to figure out where Harry Potter is when he's gonna get moved. Boom, boom, boom. Voldemort confiscates Lucius Malfoy's wand. No, straight snaps that shit, which was very, very funny. Because he needs a different wand because him and Harry's wand are brothers sharing the same Phoenix Feather core, and it keeps them. So you can't kill each other.
Kill them.
Yep. Yeah. During the move, Harry survives Voldemort's attack, but Mad-Eye Moody and Hedwig are killed. Mad-Eye Moody dying off screen kind of blows, but Hedwig dying hurt so bad.
Yeah, it did. It's another one that, like, you know, it's not the first time watching this, so I knew it was gonna happen. Yeah. Doesn't feel as much, but still hurts.
Yeah, I had no clue. During preparations for Bill Weasley and Fleur Delacour's wedding, the Minister for Magic arrives. He gives Harry, Ron, and Hermione the will of Albus. He gives Ron a Deluminator, Hermione a copy of the Tales of the Beetle Bard, and Harry the Golden Snitch that he caught in his first Quidditch match. Shout out to Dumbledore, dude. Dumbledore had also bequeathed the Sword of Gryffindor to Harry, but it has gone missing. And of course the Minister being like, "Hey man, you don't own that, dog. Sorry."
Yeah, you're like, that's going to Smithsonian. Dude.
Yeah, like you're not gonna own that one. They didn't put here, but having everybody turn into Harry's for the move of Harry was great.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
I loved it so much. News arrives during the wedding that the Ministry has fallen and the Minister is dead. Just fucking crazy. Everyone's like, "Oh shit, the Minister's dead." The Death Eaters attack. Everyone has to yeet the fuck up out of there. They escape to number 12 Grimmauld Place while there. Ron realizes that Sirius's brother Regulus Black is the RAB who stole Salazar Slytherin's locket from Voldemort. Then they find Mundungus Fletcher, who was one of the guys in the move of Harry Potter, who dipped, by the way, sold it to Dolores Umbridge underground, and she has it. So they have to infiltrate the Ministry and recover the locket, but they are chased by Death Eaters in a chaotic exit. That's like a really good scene, like them going down there, and then him having to pretend to be old girl's wife, and then going into the thing, and then Harry being like, "No, that's a lie.
You must not tell lies.
You shall not tell lies." Like so good.
And then Umbridge is like, "Oh,"
and then he blasts her ass. So good. I love that like full circle moment, but because she's such a bitch in Order of the Phoenix. The Death Eaters in a chaotic exit. Hermione, having packed everything they need, disapparates them to the forest. Ron is injured while disapparating, and the trio travels on foot while he heals because he was in two places at once, getting tore apart.
I gotta say, I was kind of confused there. So we meant to something happens to Ron off screen because she says like I meant to go here, but then something happened, so I had to yeet here, and then Ron got her.
It's because the Death Eaters were following them. She was like in the disapparation, I guess. I guess it's some sort of like tunnel you can go through. Which makes sense because in the first one when they do the flu powder, you can kind of see as you travel, right? Yeah. And so she was trying to like dodge them, and then she was trying to go to one place, and then ended up going to a different place, and Ron ended up in both places at once, and it like started to rip his arm off. Is what is happening there. Okay. Ron learned that saying Voldemort's name aloud reveals the speaker's location. That's a thing.
I didn't think that was a thing.
Ron learned that saying Voldemort's name aloud reveals the speaker's location.
Okay, well, I mean, like, so when
is that said?
When you're, I don't remember that, but when you're in Lovegood's place,
That's way later though.
I know, but he says Voldemort and they attack.
Yeah.
I think it probably happens one more time, where they just say Voldemort and there's an attack. So I don't know. I don't remember that being taught of.
Is that why they attacked? Well, I guess that would make sense why they attacked.
Bellatrix later in the movie is like, call him. Yeah. And so they should have been able to just say Voldemort.
Just say Voldemort.
And dude was like pulling up the sleeve, was like.
Well, I guess it would reveal the speaker's location. Does Voldemort give a shit where
his name is said?
No, if like Bellatrix says it, it needs to be like someone that he needs to go get. So it needs to be Harry that says Voldemort.
I guess
right? Like,
I don't know.
I don't remember that being a plot point.
I don't either. Is this the book?
And you just watched it. No, this isn't the book. This is because Deathly Hallows is part 1 isn't a book.
I don't know.
I don't remember that. Anyway, attempts to destroy the locket fail. Hermione detects that Gryffindor's sword can destroy Horcruxes because it's impregnated with basilisk venom.
Interesting.
Ron, affected by the dark locket, is frustrated with their slow progress and irrationally jealous of Harry and Hermione. He dips out of there. He's like, fuck y'all. I'm dipping. I'm out. Mm-hmm. Harry and Hermione continue on. When Harry touches the snitch to his lips, it reveals cryptic message. I open at the close. Hermione notices a strange symbol drawn on the beetle and the bard, which Harry remembers being Luna Lovegood's father's Xenophilius. His name's Xenophilius?
Yeah.
Luna Lovegood's father Xenophilius, wears. Harry and Hermione search for the sword in Godric's Hollow. They can't find it. They find the Deathly Hallows symbol in a cemetery, which I thought that name meant something there. But maybe that's in the next movie.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
I can't remember. Elderly historian Bathilda Bagshot approaches and motions him to follow. They go in there. They find some guy from Harry's dream that stole the wand from the wand maker Gregorovich, which I assume is the Elder Wand.
Yeah, he stole the Elder Wand.
Yeah, and then Bathilda turns out to be Voldemort's snake Nagini and attacks Hermione. Hermione separates them to safety, but her rebounding spell accidentally destroys Harry's wand, which oh shit, that's kind of important.
Yeah.
Hermione identifies a man in the photo as Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald, which we'll get in later movies, by the way. That night, Ado Patronus leads Harry to a frozen pond where Gryffindor's sword lies on the bottom. Swims down there, grabs that. Oh shit! The locket is like, nah, I don't want to be part of that sword. So it's trying to choke him and go back to the top, right? So Ron appears, helps him out, which I didn't realize it was going to be Ron. Because I just didn't remember.
I forgot it was Ron too.
And I was like, oh shit, that's Ron. Okay, cool. Ron appears, retrieves the sword, saves Harry. They destroy the locket of Horcrux with a sword, which is a cool little thing, by the way. Yeah. When it's like all morphin and then it turns into...
Watching Ron have to confront like his demons.
Yeah, and Harry and Hermione like making out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ron explains that the Deluminator led him to their location. They visit Xenophilius Lovegood's for the second clue to be followed, and he tells them that it represents the Deathly Hallows. Many years before, 3 brothers each received a prize that evades death: the Resurrection Stone, the Cloak of Invisibility, and the Elder Wand, the most powerful wand ever known. Possessing all 3 makes one the Master of Death. Xenophilius secretly summons the Death Eaters, hoping to exchange Harry. Okay, cool. Hoping to wait.
What do you mean?
Did I click something? Oh shit, I did click something. Why did I scroll like so? Oh,
places in Harry Potter.
I think I clicked. There we go. I clicked Seaside Cottage,
okay.
Which I'll get to in a second. Death Eaters hoping to exchange Harry for a kidnapped Luna. The 3 escape, but Snatchers capture them. During a vision, Harry sees an elderly Grindelwald telling Voldemort that the Elder Wand is buried with Dumbledore. Then we get to the manor, the Malfoy Manor. Bellatrix Lestrange sees a Snatcher, has Gryffindor's sword, and that she believed was in her vault, which is like, oh shit. Bellatrix stole that shit back in the day. Kind of weird. Harry and Ron are locked into the cellar where they encounter Luna, Ollivander, and Griphook. Upstairs, Bellatrix tortures Hermione. Harry begs for help using a mirror shard in which he believes he glimpsed Dumbledore. Dobby appears in response and helps save everyone while Harry grabs their captured wands from Draco Malfoy. As they disapparate, Bellatrix throws a curse knife, killing Dobby. Harry buries him near Bill and Fleur's seaside cottage and orders safe house, and Voldemort retrieves the Elder Wand from Dumbledore's tomb, shoots at the sky, and then the movie ends.
Really just a lot of setup. Mm-hmm. Huge amount of setup, following clue to clue to clue to clue.
Yep.
To where we're now like 3 Horcruxes down.
Yep. Because you got the book, the ring, the locket.
I really thought we would be more down.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember how these movies went, and I thought it'd be okay. We find like all the Horcruxes in the first one, and then the last one is like the war over the last Horcrux.
Yeah.
To kill Voldemort. That's how I was like remembering in my head, and clearly that's not what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how much just is packed into this last movie.
Yeah, I know.
I do not remember.
I don't remember it all either.
I'm
very Go ahead and bring up that list. Go ahead and bring up that list. I'm excited as well. I'm trying to think here. I think I know where I want to put it. 3, 2, 1, 3.
5.
Oh, that puts it at 4.
You think it's better than Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I just liked all the. It's like all of the connections of like, oh, this is obviously he's meant to be like Hitler. He's taken over the ministry. The magic world has completely changed. Any like dissenters are like getting tossed out. You know, they put in different politicians to take over the whole ministry. You have all the propaganda going, and then the stuff when like they're walking and they're listening to the wizard radio, and it's like we have a list of more wizards going missing today and shit like that, and just like the hunt for mugbloods or whatever, or mudbloods is like, oh. I just like it all.
I will say the saving grace of this movie, I think, is the revisiting everything from the past movies.
Yeah,
like you get the snitch. You just get a bunch of stuff from all our movies. You mess with Umbridge again. You get to go to all these places.
You get some callbacks.
You get a lot of callbacks. You get to see so many people. That's good. That's fun. But it is like there's no reward in this movie.
Yeah,
like
I will say it's
a
lot of them walking.
Yeah, it's the journey part of these two movies. And I think it's good. I think it's just not as good as like something as like Goblet of Fire.
Yeah,
I think Goblet of Fire is just straight up better. It's still good though. I'm very excited for the last one though.
Yeah, me too. And go into
Chance here says, this is one of the most boring Harry Potter movies because all we want is the ending, but there's so much we have to do before we can get to that point. Overall, I think the movie is middle of the pack at best. Dobby is free.
Yep.
Shout out.
Rest in peace, Dobby, though.
He said, I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch part 1 because I didn't realize y'all were doing it this week, but y'all know I know it. Which is true. Yeah. Dude, I will say, the Dobby scene.
So that shit hurts, man.
Hits so hard, bro.
Yeah.
Because he's like,
Dobby's a free elf.
I'm a free elf. I'm here to save Harry Potter and his friends.
Yeah.
And then dips. And then he gets clipped. It's so sad.
It hurts.
It does. These movies are good, dude.
Yeah, they're good. I love them all.
I understand Harry Potter adults more.
Yeah. This has been a thing, watching these. Can you scroll down on that thing right there, babe, so I can keep monitoring the mics?
He likes to see the mics.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that I would enjoy these movies so much. Like, I feel like I'm a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah,
like, I can't wait for Hogwarts Legacy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm very excited. I think these movies are just very rewatchable.
Yeah, they're good.
Which is what makes them so good.
I'm very much enjoying them.
So we got Deathly Hallows Part 2 next week.
Yep. And then after that we're gonna
do the Fantastic Beasts.
We'll have Fantastic Beasts 1, and then after that we'll have Fantastic Beasts
2.
And then we'll start Nolan movies, and we'll do a couple Nolan movies before we watch Fantastic Beasts 3 in theaters.
I just want more Dumbledore.
And then we'll go back to finishing Nolan out, and then we'll have another vote for what we should watch next after that. Let's get into a few of the news things happening this week. So Futurama is getting revived.
Yeah, for a certain amount of episodes.
Yep.
I think it's a few.
So that's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it's an old animated show that people love.
Classic.
Like, wait, it makes sense.
Doesn't have the voice of Bender though, which is weird.
Did he get canceled or something? Is he dead?
He just doesn't. He's just not coming back.
I feel like that's a bag though.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Lord of the Rings getting an anime.
They are.
Yep.
And we got the first look at the show.
Yeah, which we'll do in a minute. And then Bioshock is getting a Netflix show.
That is true.
Which honestly feels like a long time coming.
Choice.
Feels like a long time coming.
There's a lot of that. That is a very narrative driven game.
And it's a cool world with a lot of cool shit going on.
Is it a movie or show? Show.
Okay,
I'm more in for that.
Anyway, Sonic 3 has just entered production, and then Sonic is also getting a live action show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's happening. So.
Is it from the same people?
Yeah.
What?
No, 2's not out yet.
Yeah, no.
2's not out, but they're making
banking on.
Yeah, they're making Sonic 3 and they're making Sonic show.
What a comeback for Sonic.
Yeah, I know. Kind of weird.
Like someone brought it up the other day on the internet. They showed the old picture of what he looked like. Mm-hmm. If they had stayed with that, Sonic would be dead.
No, you're 100%. And then Life is Strange and Disco Elysium being adapted by Amazon. Life is Strange being adapted by Amazon makes perfect sense. 100%.
Live action or animated?
They haven't said.
Okay.
I imagine live action. It makes sense for live action because that's how the game is. Disco Elysium being adapted by Amazon. I don't know what the fuck this could be. I love Disco Elysium. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I think it's in my top 5. It's definitely in my top 10. I have to check my list, but I don't know. It's like really, really good, and there's like a crazy world there with a lot of weird shit going on. But I don't know if it translates to film at all because it's not like adapting a book. Like adapting a game to a movie is doable. Adapting this game to a movie or a show, I don't think is doable at all.
Because so much of the game is based off of you as the player.
The game is like tons of reading, tons of dice rolls, but it's the whole conceit of the game is your emotions and your inner self talking to you.
Mm.
I don't know what the fuck you do. Like, how do you? I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like somebody to know of.
But the world's cool.
Like, so the people behind this have to have been big fans, right?
Yeah.
Because this isn't some AAA title that like
No.
big money wants.
It was big successful though. I mean, it won games at the Game Awards.
I know, but it's not like. I mean, we're also getting It Takes Two. I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So much
mean, it
stuff.
just makes sense. The gaming's popping off, but I don't know how they could do it into film or movie. I don't know. I'm excited to see it, eager to see it. I don't know about excited. And we'll see if it's any good. There's a cool world there with a lot of cool stuff going on. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, now we got a few trailers to watch. 3 trailers to be specifically. You know, I'm off my rocker today. Anyway, if you can bring up that first trailer there.
What you got here?
Bab. We got trailers for Nope. The first trailer.
Oh, okay.
Cranking that full screen. Skadoosh. Skedaddle. This is the trailer for.
Have you seen these
Nope.
trailers?
Yeah, I've seen all these.
Yeah, Keke Palmer.
And that guy. This movie looks sufficiently weird. You can put the headphones on if you want to hear it, baby.
Yeah, I do not know what to expect from this movie.
Especially with like the trailer being like the green screen. I don't know if that's like part of the movie.
Yeah, I think that's part of the movie.
Weird horse stuff going on. Arm flailing arm man.
It is a very. We're not going to explain anything to you.
Yes. Can you scroll up down on the thing from the mics to make sure the desktop audio is going? I bet it's not. Scroll up. Scroll
That's
up.
fine.
Scroll up. Turn on the desktop audio.
Let's try this again.
No, we don't got to turn it. We don't got to rewind.
Oh, okay. Fine.
We talked sufficiently enough.
Yeah.
Turn up the YouTube video though, because wait, never mind. I guess it is back quiet there.
Just like weird alien stuff going on. Like the main.
No, it's good. Don't mess with it.
The main thing this summer.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's aliens. I'm not sure.
I think that's
what
it's gotta be.
They don't really say though.
I don't know, man. Like, what are those things?
I don't know.
Daft Punk. Steven Yeun, I'm in.
I mean, I guess if everyone's looking up, aliens makes sense. But what's up with that lady and why she looks super weird?
Dude, I don't like. What was that?
That was a monkey giving a fist bump. Explosions. And heights? I don't know. I'm not sure. Wait, and there's so many wacky inflatable arm flailing arm.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like I have so many questions. Definitely am though.
Yeah, I don't. He's getting taken away.
Kiki went flying.
Super weird.
Nope.
Anyway, it comes out soon. I'm excited though.
We'll be seeing that.
Yep. 2 more trailers here for you. Go ahead and go for that next trailer. You can go close that tab. Close that tab out. Oh nope, never mind. Cool. Going in. The Doctor Strange trailer. The Multiverse of Madness.
This is nutty, dude. I don't know if you've seen this trailer broken down yet.
Yeah.
There's so much.
I don't even want to talk.
Hickman.
The weird nightmare begins. So good.
There was just so much right there before we even got to the logos.
This movie's gonna smack.
Oh yeah. Wong. Man's tired of this shit.
I'm glad the MCU is not dead because of COVID, you know?
Oh yeah.
You know, Spider-Man is the second highest grossing film of all time now. Hasn't even been out that long.
Viz had his theories.
I can't wait to see Elizabeth Olsen and more stuff.
Facts. I love this little Minotaur dude.
He was right.
We'd be watching this next month.
I'm sorry, Stephen.
For real?
Yeah, that was the original release date.
This thing.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Little Ultron bots.
The Illuminati, bro.
We should tell him the truth.
Professor Xavier.
Charles Xavier.
Sheesh.
So good. The Savage Lands.
Things just got
People have been speculating a lot on who that is.
Yeah. Some people seem to think Monica Rambeau's mom is.
Yeah, I think it's
Captain
Monica
Marvel.
Rambeau.
Two Scarlet Witches. A little bit of a. That's the same thing. I break the
Oh, that's such a good shot, dude.
Strange. So good.
Zombie Strange right there. Dude, there is so much.
What's the music is popping?
So my problem
Close that out. Problem?
with this trailer,
What's the problem?
too much. I don't
Close
even
both
know
those
where
tabs
to
out, baby.
start, dude.
Close both of those tabs out.
I don't even know where to start, bro. There's just a lot.
Yeah.
There's so much. With Spider-Man, it was like I'm looking in the tiny crevices for the details.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, the details
That's
are
what
in
I'm
my
wondering.
face.
I'm wondering
and
what
I
they're
have
hiding.
no idea.
Where are they hiding then?
What? Yeah. What's behind doors?
Because we've seen them go into an animated world.
You see the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
You see Zombie Strange. You
People
see
are
multiple
talking
Scarlet
about
Witches.
X-Men 95 is the only confirmed X-Men show coming.
Yeah.
That if they're going into like an animated world, could introduce the X-Men in that way. You see Professor Charles Xavier. You see what some people think might be Reed Richards, Fantastic Four man.
Some people thought Monica Rambeau, that what we were just saying was Monica Rambeau, is Superior Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so much, like, in our face stuff.
Yeah.
What is hidden? What do we not know?
Yeah, Professor X coming. That's crazy. That probably is Superior Iron Man because of the Ultron bots and stuff.
Yeah.
Because Superior Iron Man's definitely in it. We just don't know if that's who they're fighting there. Because Superior Iron Man is the guy who succeeded in the Ultron protocol or whatever.
Yeah. Dude, I just don't know. They're like, what is this gonna all mean for the MCU?
Who's the villain? I don't fucking know.
Strange is the villain. Scarlet
he?
Witch is the villain.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody's the villain. Everybody's the good guy in this one. Who
America
can tell?
Chavez getting introduced there
Is that who's when they're going through dimensions fighting? Is that who's?
with him.
Yeah. But it looks like he's fighting America Chavez, right?
No.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No.
Like
They're like standing
we're
together.
when we're dimension shattering.
Who he's with?
I think he's tussling with America.
I don't know if
Chavez.
they're tussling or if they're just falling.
Oh, I don't know. I
Because
thought
they're
it was
like, it could be, maybe. I don't know. America Chavez punches holes in
Bro,
reality.
Strange can't catch a break, dude.
No.
He just finished fixing Peter Parker's.
But that was kind of his fault, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. He could have just told him no.
Yeah, it's kind of his fault.
Wong made the right choice. It was like,
Yeah.
peace.
Will Wong die? No.
Wong shouldn't die.
Nah, he's
dude.
not gonna.
He's
not gonna.
I think that would break Strange, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Watching-
You've seen this stuff in the past, him at the girl's wedding and shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
This is gonna be a tough.
Rachel
movie.
McAdams. Yeah, this movie's gonna be great.
Okay, let's move on.
Anyway, Lord of the Rings trailer, little teaser trailer
Water.
came in hot. I mean, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy.
No, it's good. It's good.
Is it? I don't know. Some people have been saying that they think it's gonna be bad. This is like one of the most expensive shows ever.
Yeah, they put so much money into this. I'm like,
People have been talking shit about the CG on some ice wall. It says it doesn't look good. There's an ice wall like right here. Yeah, that does look kind of rough. If you spent like 2.5 billion on the show.
yeah, you kind of right. Well, listen, I've been missing my Game of Thrones fix.
Yeah, that's true. People really mad about that African American elf, man. Gotta tell you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, just the people who don't get, who don't fucking matter.
I don't know any of these characters. Though.
They're really
I don't,
well because it's way in the
yeah, I was
past.
gonna say none of this is supposed to be like recognizable.
Yeah. No. People got up in arms about there being a black elf.
Man, get over yourself.
Yeah, thanks. It's not that serious. It's not that serious, dog. Anyway, there you go. Go ahead and close that out as well, and then give us a one.
Sucker for Love, second date.
I don't know.
I'm
This
sorry.
This is my brother's. This is my brother's recommended dog. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Honestly, we got some good stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah, it looks alright. Anyway, time to talk about the things we've been watching.
What you been watching?
I've of course been continuing watching Euphoria, which we should watch after this, babe. How have we not watched it yet? I know.
Busy day.
What the fuck?
We're playing Pokemon.
Yeah, so I watched an episode of Euphoria. So continuing to watch Euphoria. I watched a movie that Adriana had to watch for her class called Black Girl. It's this 1966 film about an African girl who becomes a maid for a French family.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an hour long. It's old. I didn't really like it, but it
Nothing about you.
Nah, for the time it seemed cool.
Okay.
And Adriana derived some value from it, and of course I had to do it for class. Yeah, I don't know what she's saying. But
I don't know what she's saying.
yeah. Anyway, turn your mic on if you're going tall. Turn on your mic. Turn on. He's the guy for
What
like.
guy? The actor?
He's the African cinema guy. The father of African cinema.
I don't want to say anything ignorant here.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue, but I thought it was okay. Anyway, and then I watched the first episode of Good Omens, an Amazon comedy show. My dad was recommending it to me. It's only 6 episodes. Yeah, well, we stopped watching it. It's not good, man. I didn't like it. It got some really good score. It's like a 97 or some shit on Rotten Tomatoes. And my dad was like, dude, it's the funniest thing. I chuckled maybe twice. And I was
what kind of humor?
It's Good Omens it's like revisionist history, religious comedy, where it's like, it's looking back at like Adam and Eve and all the stuff happening through the eons between the view of this angel and this demon who's there. Okay. And then there's like just kind of like funny stuff going on where he's like, I gave him the apple. He's like, oh, you gave him the apple? What'd you give him? I gave him a flaming sword. And they're just like talking or whatever. And then there's like the Antichrist is being born, and they're having to the angel and the demon are trying to work together to keep the Antichrist from becoming evil, because the God in his plan is for the Antichrist needs to be born for the apocalypse to happen, for the Great War. But they love living on Earth so much that they're trying to keep the Antichrist as normal as possible, so the Great War doesn't happen and Earth doesn't get decimated. Yeah. That's like the whole plot of the conceit of the show. Okay. And it's supposed to be a comedy. I'm just not liking it. Maybe if I was British, I would, because it seems like aggressive British humor. But like my dad said, he was like laughing nonstop, and I was watching it, and I was like, dude, I have derived no enjoyment. Yeah, but there's some comedies that my dad watched that I watched too. That like Eastbound and Down, fucking hilarious. That's a good show.
You're also not a comedy guy though.
True.
Like at the end of the day,
6 episodes. I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I had
couldn't even get you to watch Ted Lasso.
Had like a 90-something on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, but Ted Lasso was like 3 seasons.
It's 2 seasons, and it's good. It's real good. That's all you watched?
No, I also watched Licorice Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Went and watched that in theaters. Really liked that movie. Adriana did not like that movie. He thought it was okay. A lot of people flame me in the group me for liking that movie. I just really fucking like that movie. There is like a conversation to be had of why the girl needs to be 25 and the boy has to be 15, and it's kind of like a romance story between them, but that's not what the movie is about, but that's definitely happening in the background. And so it's like weird to love this movie so much with that also being a huge conceit of the movie, is like this inappropriate relationship between the 25-year-old girl and this 15-year-old high school boy. It's like fucking weird, but that's not what the movie's about, but also that's obviously not okay. You know what I mean? So it's like a weird like dichotomy between the two things. And the director, like when I read his like reasoning for having it, was kind of like nonsensical. Like
art,
you just said
art,
that.
Bruh.
No, it was like, I can't remember why he said it, but I don't know. And his reasoning doesn't really make a lot of sense when you see that they don't ever have like a sexual relationship or whatever, or they're never together, and they're not like, I don't know. They like two people that care about each other, but they're not until the end, when they kiss at the end. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have had that, because that's not cool. Like, that's not cool at all. That's not okay. But the whole time, it's definitely an inappropriate relationship, but they're not like in a relationship. They're mostly just like friends doing stuff, crazy shit together. But that being said, it's a really good movie. It's just like fucking weird that's there. So weird. Anyway. Well,
it feels forever.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels forever because it like so much stuff happens in this movie
that
it like I don't know. I just kept thinking, dude, when is this movie gonna be over? Because it felt like over.
She also was that. It's worth noting that she was going to a club afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And was
that's not.
No, that's worth noting. It's definitely worth noting because you were excited to go to the club.
Not really. It wasn't like.
I don't know. She kept checking her phone, looking at the time. She was excited to get out of there.
Okay, it was like 2 hours and 50. It was like 2 hours 20.
Yeah. Which is like a regular movie length.
What?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No. Movies should be under 2 hours unless it's like big franchise movie.
It's 2 hours and 13 minutes. So if you include credits, it's like barely over 2 hours.
That's pretty long.
That's like a regular movie.
I'm not in for this movie, bro.
No, I mean, that's fine. But also, like, it's weird because general audiences and critics also think this movie's the shit. It has a 91 and a 90.
Click on 2 minutes. Ooh, no. You are wrong. You are absolutely wrong there.
6.7 user, I guess.
You are absolutely wrong. The audience hates it.
7.7 IMDb, that's general audiences.
That's mid.
That's 7.7? That's all right.
That's mid for IMDb.
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't see a 7 point something and say, that's a great movie for according to IMDb.
Just 91% of critics on Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes thought it was the shit.
It's okay. You're a film critic. You got a podcast.
I guess so. But I really liked it. I don't know.
It's okay.
But I love Oscar bait films, and that's definitely what it is.
You do. That's fair.
That's definitely 100% what it is. But yeah,
Live your
make sure
truth,
you
King.
make sure you turn your mic back off. Cool.
Live your
Dude,
truth.
damn,
King.
why so much attitude? You got attitude.
You got attitude, bro. Please. Is it my turn yet?
You got attitude. I
got shows to talk
I just said
about.
make sure. I said make sure the
I'd like
mic
to
was
be a
off,
part of
babe.
this podcast.
That's all I said.
I'd like.
Why we copping attitude? Let's hash this out on cam.
Bro, I'm just trying to. I watched Cuphead episode 1.
Yeah, so did I actually.
I'm sorry. I love Cuphead.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
It's not good. It's boo-boo.
Oh fuck, we watched the Kanye doc.
We'll get to that. That's when we tag teamed.
Yeah,
We'll finish talking about Cuphead.
cocking about
Cocking about
We're gonna finish cocking about Cuphead.
It's not meant for me, which makes me sad.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I love
definitely
the game.
Children's show.
Yeah, it's a kid show. The art style's dope, cool, but it doesn't. That's it.
Yeah,
The comedy's not there for me. There's no like narrative that's through line the whole show.
mm-hmm.
It's just short animated goofy thing,
Mm-hmm.
which cool.
Yeah.
Glad they got the budget for that. Not for me. Makes me
Yeah.
sad. Excited to play the game though.
Mm-hmm.
We did watch the Kanye doc.
Which was really good.
That is really good.
Which
I think
sucks.
the second episode's tomorrow.
February 23rd. So,
Damn, so Wednesday.
2 days. Wednesday.
Um,
Sucks because of all the stuff surrounding Kanye.
You don't want to like Kanye,
Yeah, but this
but I
doc
like
makes you want to like him.
Kanye.
But this doc is just good. I think even with all the stuff surrounding Kanye, you could just watch this as a fan of documentaries or a fan of Kanye or just a silent sideline observer of Kanye or even a hater of Kanye. And I think you can get enjoyment
There's
out of
lots
this.
to get out of this. I think the biggest thing I learned from this movie, or what it opened my mind to, was that it's so easy to forget that Kanye isn't a Kardashian.
Yeah.
I have this image in my head of Kanye just always being, like Hollywood royalty, like always being a part of that. Nah, dude did not that.
Came
have
about
that.
the mud for
worked.
sure.
He worked for what he got, and then ended up, with Kim and stuff like that. Like that was later.
Yeah.
This dude worked for what he wanted.
True.
And the documentary is so good because it's not about Kanye's late life yet.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get there.
It's about somebody who believed in Kanye as a good friend and said, "You're going places, friend.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a
believe in
leap
you."
of faith and I'm going to drop my entire life and record everything that you do for several
Homie
years.
had a career.
Yeah.
Homie had a career and was like, "I'm gonna follow Kanye. I believe in you."
Which obviously was a good choice.
Yeah. And of course, Kanye off rip makes a beat for Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. That seals him in. You would think that would be enough.
Yeah. No.
Man went
he
to
wanted to be the face.
Yeah, but he went to New York and people were like, "Nah, dude,
Yeah.
crazy, blows my
But
mind."
yeah, like how you not going to sign Kanye after he Grammy nominated
Yeah, a multi-platinum.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that. It's worth watching. It's very well made.
for Hove.
It's good if you like hip hop culture. I think it's gonna be a classic.
Yep.
Like it's probably gonna be like the Last Dance version of
One of the things
hip-hop.
I think you take away from this is how much how the shit Kanye's mom is.
and how much Donda had an influence on his
Yeah.
life. Because there's spoilers for Kanye documentary, I guess. Dude has like crushing defeat in New York after spending a year there trying to hustle and get signed by a label.
And his mom just holding him, remembering all the lyrics to a lot of
And
his
you
old
see
tracks.
very candid footage of him with his mom, just like
Rapping.
bringing his soul back up, inspiring him. And that's like that. I think that is the best light you can show Kanye because it is one of the most relatable things. I know not for everybody, but like having a mother that like can relift your spirits.
Mm-hmm.
That just is so relatable for me. And I'm like, I feel that Kanye. Like that made me like Kanye. Made me love Donda. It's just good. It
Felt right at home. Anytime
was
Donda was
crying,
on screen.
bro. I was crying.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely. Anyway, that's all the stuff we watched.
I watched. Yeah, bro. I watched something without you for once.
What was it?
I watched the first episode of Vox Machina,
I've been meaning to try that.
which is the
Amazon
Prime D&D.
It's just
like show.
Invincible, but D&D.
Yeah, and it is more vulgar than D&D.
Oh, is it?
Or not D&D. Invincible.
Invincible?
There is
Yeah. I've been meaning
like
to start it.
elvish boobs and gnome dicks. They're just out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like in the first 10 minutes. It's a good show though.
Yeah.
It clearly the first episode is a lot of like, here's the gang in the tavern. We got to get the mission. Like that's like obviously very D&D like. But I think I'm in. I want to finish it. I'll probably watch some more.
Yeah.
Throughout this week. Looks good. I'm excited to watch some more. I don't think it's Invincible though.
Yeah.
Invincible has relatable characters.
Yeah, Invincible.
That's what makes it good.
So good.
This does not have like relatable characters. Maybe if you're a D&D fiend, but
Yeah.
I'm not. But I
Yeah.
still like it.
Of course. Makes sense.
That's it, right?
Anyway, that's all the stuff we've been watching. for the stuff that's coming out soon, there was nothing of note really dropping this week.
Nothing?
Just random weird stuff.
No way, bro.
Yeah.
No way.
There's Elden Ring.
There's something.
Everyone's avoiding Elden Ring, bro.
When's Batman? 2 weeks?
Batman's March 4th.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeesh.
I'll be watching that opening day in IMAX.
You already got your tickets?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. You suck, dude.
What do you mean I suck?
She said you're welcome, so that told me that you didn't do it.
No, she bought them for the anniversary.
Oh.
I bought her a laptop, bro. She says that every time. Anyway, time for reader mail. You can get your question right on the show by writing into synceduppod@gmail.com or the reader mail submissions tab at the Discord with any questions, comments, or concerns or games. We'll read those on the show, just like Fielding did.
What did Fielding say?
This is kind of a random one that has nothing to do with film or games, so I just included it in the film one because it's always empty. Where do you guys sit in a classroom? Let's say all the desks are open on a. Let's say all the desks are open on a 6x10 grid. I definitely prefer a wall seat on the edge, preferably towards the back, but not the very back. Where's your go-to spot? Does it depend on the class, or if you know you'll have friends in the class with you? So okay, so if we're in a 6x10 grid, right? Let's say, here's fuck.
Let me make a confession.
No, 10 back for sure.
Let me explain.
10 wide, y'all are geeked. Oh yeah, I guess
it's 10 wide, not 10 deep. What?
I guess it depends on the classroom because there's some that we had that were like 4 wide, 5 wide, and they went back pretty far.
Nah, not at all for us. They were always 10. Like, well, I'm used to like more like 30 chairs. He's got 60 in this story. It's more like 30 for me, more like 6x5. That's kind of what I remember. I'm being honest.
That's accurate.
6x5 is like what I envision in a classroom.
We had probably 25 to 30 chairs.
Let me talk to y'all a little bit about left-handed discrimination in the public education system.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of places to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd have 1 or 2 left-handed chairs.
We just had
Otherwise, you just kind of had to make it work.
There's left-handed.
Yeah, time for you to learn something. There's a struggle.
What do you mean, like?
Yeah, you know how you slide into the chair and there's a bar here and then part of the desk sticks out?
There's just a desk in front of us.
And you pull up a chair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, that's some bougie stuff.
Like we had,
I'm talking about
just a square desk and a chair.
That you pushed in?
Yeah.
No. We had a chair attached to a little table.
We had those in like.
That's the high school chairs.
We had those in like 2nd grade, or in the school detention had those. But in regular class, it was just a square desk with a chair that you pushed up, for the most part.
No.
Tecumseh.
This right here.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what we had.
Oh, and the desk didn't go all the way around?
No. You've never seen. So this is the left-handed one. The normal one, you slide in on the left, and you can put your arm on the right to write.
We had some of these looking ones.
That I've never seen that. But if you're trying to picture in your head, listener, it's the L-shaped desk kind of.
We didn't have the L shapes.
Well, we had these, and the problem is, if you're left-handed, your arm's just having to hover the whole time. You don't get to rest your arm.
Yeah.
And that's discrimination.
No,
that's a battle. There you go.
We just didn't have those type of desks, like the L-shaped desks.
Yeah, no. So I would, if I could, I would prioritize sitting in one of those chairs.
Bring them
and they
over,
were always
the people, baby.
They were always up against a certain wall. They were always on the left wall because you had to slide in on the right. So I'd always prioritize those desks. But a lot of rooms didn't have those.
What, baby? Would you Google, Mike?
What's your answer? I just did left-handed chair and then image. Well, I'll tell you. It's whatever you want to do. Your go-to desk. Kylie's go-to desk. Very last seat in the back. So row 5.
Huh.
Only because you can play Pokemon without people jogging you. That's in college, though.
Yeah. Okay. So see that one on the very, very left middle?
Yeah, I've never seen those.
Left. That one. Click that. We had some of these.
But that's so weird. That looks like a cutting board on a desk.
We had some of these.
We didn't have those.
But they were big. Like, they were big. Oh, here we go. That one. Down. That. A few of those. But none of these ones with the...
No, we had the little armrest.
None of that.
Yeah, that's what we had.
No. And most of our tables were a little square thing with a push-in chair.
Dude, that's so nuts. All we had was this, and we were lucky if they looked that nice.
That's that's not.
Now
great.
I'm gonna elaborate here. I was blind in high school and didn't have glasses. So
It's look at that one right there to the right.
This?
Click that.
Yeah.
That's not enough writing.
No, that's exactly what they look like.
Y'all had those?
Yeah.
Those are ass.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
That's why being left-handed would suck.
Oh, here we go. Down one. That. A bunch of those.
No. Now,
Dude,
I will
what kind
say,
of school did you?
the fantastic lineup is just the 2-person seater.
Mm-hmm.
You get the 2-person. It's like this,
Yeah.
like what we're sitting at right now, but it's
That's
more
perfect.
rectangular.
That's perfect.
And you just you scoot up. Those are nice.
Damn.
So I was usually in a left-handed desk, which meant I was on the left side of the room facing the board.
Yeah.
And then up front, I would say as far back as I could, where I could still see the board.
My go-to spot
Because I was
is
blind.
second column. So you got the wall column. Second column over. Not the front seat. Second seat.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
never
saying.
front seat, bro. Front seat's weird.
That's what I'm saying. So not quite like if you take the top left 4 seats towards the front, this bottom right one of those top left. So one column over, one row down, boom, sitting right there. Every time, every single time. That was my go-to spot right in that little area. It's not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's important to note if we're talking like college or high school.
I'm envisioning high school.
I was envisioning high school mainly because I didn't go to college.
Because in middle school, you might still have like assigned seats and stuff. College, it's more like you show up 20 minutes late wherever you can find a spot.
I don't know. I struggle with this in college because I have like tinier classes. And so everyone, once you decide what your seat is, that's kind of just where you sit. Yeah. And it's just an unknown thing to everyone.
Really?
Like unspoken thing where everyone just goes to the same seat every single time. And if you're in someone's seat, then you're getting like a glare.
No, I didn't have that, bro.
Yeah, no, I have.
High school?
Oh, in high school? Yes. In college? No. In college, I was just like, sit wherever.
Yeah.
Most of the time,
I mean, true for the bigger classes. But for like the 20, 30 classes, no.
I don't know. It was kind of like wherever.
Yeah.
I will say, in college, it was wherever I could find an outlet. Because my laptop dies constantly. Mm-hmm. It's known for having half an hour lifespan. Yeah. So I needed an outlet in every college class. So I'd sit wherever the outlet was. Sometimes
honestly, if we're talking high school, I genuinely don't know. Like probably like a, I don't know. I have no idea.
I was definitely not a back of the classroom guy, and I wasn't in the front either.
No, not the back. The back is full of the kids I don't want to see.
The people who sat at the very front gave me the ick.
Yeah, no, that's
and I was not sitting.
I was either first. I was like most of the time second row, sometimes first row, just depends. But most of the time second row.
It's like front middle side ish.
I kind of agree with Tim. If you second row, second column, that's a good seat.
Yep. That was my go-to spot in most classes. I don't know why.
Good question, Phil.
Yeah, that was a good question. Anyway, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of the Synced Up Filmcast. You should support us at patreon.com/synceduppod for $5, where you can get access to the lovely post show that we're about to do. If you don't do that, we'll see you guys next week while we rank Deathly Hallows Part 2. That'll be the final ranking for the Harry Potter franchise besides Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2.
Then I can make a hell of a thumbnail.
Yep, of course. And if you do support us at that $5 tier, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Peace out.
Bye.